Hello there, welcome to Target Radio's podcast with me, Cookie. Every single week we find different people to speak to, mainly musicians, artists in the unsigned realm of music. And what we do, we have a chat with them, find out a little bit more about them, and obviously explore their music. Now, if you are listening to this on iTunes, please, if you get a chance, give us a 5-star rating if you can. And please make sure you put some comments in there as well. If we're doing something right, that's great. But if we're not doing something as good and you think we could do something better, then please do leave us a message. Let us know. And if you want anything else in the podcast, again, let us know in the comments box. That will be brilliant. Okay, stay tuned then. Today we've got a brilliant artist. Have a listen to this.
Please let this show go okay, with no major boobs or goofs, or is it goofs? Please don't let me tread all over the intros of records, or say a naughty word.
Every Monday night.
Every Monday night?
Every Monday night?
Every Monday night.
And every Monday night.
I listen to
Andy.
Sean Cook.
Oh, Sean Cook.
Andy.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We'd like to say that, in our opinion, it is not suitable for children or for those of you who may have a nervous disposition.
Oh, Sean Cook.
Andy. And a very good evening. Welcome along. Now, I sound rubbish again. What's going on with my microphone, for goodness sake? Okay, hope you had a great weekend. I had I had one day at the weekend this weekend. Sort of Saturday went, gone. And then I sort of woke up Sunday and, blink of an eye, that was gone as well. Honestly, these weekends are not all they're cracked up to be, I tell you. They sort of run into the week. It's like Sunday's the start of the Monday, and Saturday's the end of the Friday. What's going on? I think we need to invent a couple more days. I'm going to bring over Andy now, and Andy Topp-Walker, good evening to you, sir.
Good evening, Sean.
Now, you sound better than me. Why? Hang on, that's not right. I'm the host. Well, one of the hosts. Anyway, I was just discussing the weekend, and you are an advocate of the weekend, aren't you?
Am I?
Yeah. You're always on Target Radio, live page 4 presenters and listeners. And you're always putting on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But I think we need 2 extra days. Can you invent 2 more days that we can stick in between Saturday and Sunday? What do you reckon?
I'll do my best.
Okay, thank you. Because I don't think the weekends are long enough anymore. And I think we should reduce the working week down to, 3? I'm being fair.
That would be perfect.
Yeah, a 3-day working week. I mean, who ever heard of it? I mean, obviously, you'll have to go right back to the 1970s. Not that long ago. Or was that the 4-day working week? Something like that. Where we all played in coal bunkers. Anyway, I digress. Welcome to Target Radio. We're here till 9 o'clock this evening. My goodness me, will we survive? Well, not with useless jokes like that, I can tell you. Anyway, we have got no phone calls tonight to make. Thank goodness for that. I'll tell you, I get so nervous making phone calls.
I do.
Yeah. You never know if they're going to pick it up. Pick up the phone. And then they pick up the phone, we lose them. However, we've gone one better this evening.
You have?
I have. I dragged him all the way here. We're talking to Andrew Deevey a little later in the show, and we'll go Facebook Live, and you're going to love it because Andrew has promised to play not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 brilliant acoustic tracks, all from his good self. I knew I'd get the words out in the end.
You got there anyway.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Do you know what I was waiting for today?
Go on.
A bus.
Why?
And then 3 came along all at once. Magic. Looking forward to actually chatting with Andrew Deevey now. So obviously we're going to call him Andy because we know him. But obviously if you want to put questions to him, you can call him Sir. Yes. Sir Deevey of the Andrew. And more importantly, I just noticed a little ring above his head.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a patient. He's looking as well. It is Andrew's Day this coming weekend, I think. I think it's Friday, actually. It's St Andrew's Day. But we'll talk to Andrew about all of that and more right now. Okay, good evening, Andrew Deevey. How are you?
I'm good. I thought you were turning me into Roger Moore then.
Oh, no. More of a Simon Templar, really. Now, we're going to have a little game a little bit later of our TV themes. And you've just, Andy over here, Topp-Walker that is actually now looking quite disturbed because apparently you do like a bit of TV, do you?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just going to turn him up a little bit from here, okay? There we go. Right, so with us right now, we have got Andrew Deevey. Now, for those are keen to know of Andrew Deevey's past, present and future, you do know he's 1/4 of the Serious Chord Squad, and obviously with Mike Thompson and the other two, and they never get really a mention, do they?
One of them's famous now.
I know, yes, with the Sha-La-Las and everything else, but they haven't split up though, have they?
I think what we're calling it a sabbatical.
Yeah.
Luckily, everybody in the band has gone on to do something different. We've got Darren, who's doing a soul band.
Yep.
Mike Thompson is doing the Moonshakers.
Yeah, the Moonshaker 4.
I'm doing solo stuff.
Yep.
And Via's doing something or other.
Yeah, it's that dodgy bass player again. And he never smiles either. Something about bass players. It's true. Actually, out of all the bass players that I know, Via has actually got some humour. He is quite humorous. It's only because he's listening, probably. He'll come around and beat me up. I know. Can you turn him up on number 2, please? Thank you. That's it. For technical reasons, I have to go 1 or 2. Okay? Andy, you're still there, yeah?
I'm still here.
There he is. Brilliant stuff. Lovely. Now, you're going to treat us to not 1, not 2, but actually 4. Okay? 4 brilliant tracks today. Now, there's a couple of covers in there. Is that right?
3 covers and 1 new song.
Oh, now where we're going to stick that new song? Should we do it in the second hour, I think?
I think so.
I think we should tease our lovely audience. Yeah, let them wait. God damn it. Oh, my goodness me. So, I'm going to ask us a couple of series of questions, obviously, just relating back to, obviously, days gone by. Not that many days gone by, but when did you first become involved in sort of music? When did you realise you enjoyed music?
Well, probably just before punk.
Oh, right. So, early mid-70s.
Yeah, my older sister had a record collection. She used to listen to stuff by Gillan and Rainbow, and I thought it was dreadful. And on the telly, it'd always be like ELO and Brotherhood of Man, and the music was dire back then. And all of a sudden, like the Sex Pistols, the Buzzcocks magazine.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was so exciting. And
yeah,
I was like Echo and the Bunnymen, and I just thought,
oh wow, yeah.
As soon as I heard that, I just thought, I've got to play guitar. So I had a mate who was a guitarist, and he showed me, and within like 5 minutes, we were playing those songs off the records.
Oh, right. So
I was just like such a magical experience. So
obviously it was guitar all the way for you then, was it? You didn't fancy the drums or vocals or anything like that at the time. It was mainly the guitar.
No, it just felt so natural to play the guitar.
Okay.
And
now, saying natural, I'm looking at you now. Now, you've got your guitar around the wrong way, or is it because you're left-handed?
And I've got it the right way. Everybody else plays it the wrong way.
Ah, right, okay. I think that's a quote from Mr. Paul McCartney there. Is that right?
Yeah. No, I'm left-handed, and when I picked one up the first time, I noticed that the strings were the wrong way round.
Oh, of course.
To change them, I had to put the thick one at the top.
Oh my goodness me! Now I'm just going to do something in the background here.
It's made my life a misery ever since.
I bet. I bet.
You go to a guitar shop and you got all these lovely guitars, and then there's a couple of dusty ones in the corner that are left-handed.
Oh, no.
You don't get the choice.
Well, it's the same, obviously, when you go for a screwdriver, I suppose, in a tool shop, you've got to go for the left-handed one, haven't you?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Left-handed pot of paint as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It unscrews the other way.
Left-handed spoon.
So how old were you when you first sort of picked up your first guitar and, run your left hand all over the strumming bit?
I was a late starter by today's standards.
Yeah.
I was 15 years of age.
Oh, my goodness me, almost an OAP by that time.
And I had this really beaten-up old Spanish classical guitar, and I decided to put some steel strings on it to make it more like an electric. But that didn't work. And
Did it hurt your fingers as well?
It did.
Yes.
I gave up a couple of times because I found it hard. You know,
Yeah.
when you get a chord book, you learn the first 3 chords, and then you turn the page over, and they're much harder.
Of course,
So I
yeah,
gave up after
absolutely. So are you self-taught, or did you go for some lessons, or...?
Well, I have a friend who showed me what chords to use, but then I just went away and bought a chord book and learnt as many chords as I could.
Yeah.
And we used to... we didn't have the internet back in those days.
No, my goodness me. I mean, we're spoilt for sure now, aren't we, with the internet and everything
a
else?
record player with a needle. We used to sit there with the record spinning round.
Yeah.
And you'd play the first 20 seconds
Yeah.
and then pull it back.
Yeah.
And then another 20 seconds over and over, and you'd have to sort of try and play along and then get the needle and put it back. And
Oh, my goodness me. That is actually quite astonishing, really. Andy, over to you. I'm sure you've got a few questions in your library over there to ask Andy.
Well, one of the first questions is you're talking about sort of listening to a record and then trying to emulate those tunes. What was that record?
It was mainly the Buzzcocks and
Yeah.
Echo and the Bunnymen.
Your favourite track?
Probably Rescue by Echo and the Bunnymen. It was...
I've got to look for that now, haven't I?
Yeah, you have.
Intro, just trying to learn that over and over again. And well, the first proper electric guitar that I bought was an Antoria Les Paul copy, and there was a rumour going round in the grapevine. This kid who was left-handed as well.
Uh-huh.
It was a real whiz at guitar. He was in like the school orchestra, and he was selling his guitar. He was selling it for £35, which was a bargain. So I begged my mum and said, "I want to buy this electric guitar." She said, "No, you can't have it." Blah, blah, blah. your uncle had a guitar when he was young, and he sold it within 6 weeks, so you can't have one. I thought, oh, right. So I nagged him, got 35 quid, and ran down to this guy's house, bought the guitar. The next day at school,
Yeah.
I told some of my mates at school, and this other guy was going, "Oh, I was going to go there just after you and buy it, and you beat me to it." And it was David Riley from China Crisis.
Oh, my goodness me.
So I beat him to it, and I saw him a few years ago, and he remembered after 30 years.
Oh, my
that I'd
goodness
beaten him to
me.
this guitar.
And I love China Crisis. Obviously, I do sort of a new wave show here on the Target Radio, and obviously they sort of slip in there. They're just about new wave for me, because obviously they're sort of new romantic as well, aren't they? China Crisis. But I absolutely love them. They've got some real haunting melodies as well. So, oh my goodness, man, I never knew you knew them. So there you go, learn something new every single day.
Yeah, we have a drummer in our class, and they were like local heroes because they'd made it. And we were in an art class one day, and he came in and played us some demos, and they were the demos that they sent to Virgin that eventually signed them, and then they went on to tour with Simple Minds.
Oh my
Soon
goodness
after
me. And Simple Minds are back in the, they're back in the highlight at the moment, because obviously, have you seen the adverts for Argoose?
Yes.
Yeah, I
indeed.
can't say Argos because obviously we can't promote them on the show here. So we're going to call them Argoose. I think that's absolutely fantastic. The man drumming on his daughter's drum kit, and then she comes down the stairs on Christmas Eve, we assume Christmas Eve or very early Christmas morning, and she gets her own drum kit and a pair of them are drumming together. It's absolutely amazing. Brilliant stuff. So, Simple Minds as well, dropping a few names there. Now, you've got an accent, and I'm trying to place it now. Would I be right in saying around sort of the Mersey area?
Yeah, I was born there, and I lived there till I was about 15.
Yeah.
And it was a good time to be there because the legendary Eric's Club was on the go, and all acts from all over the world were coming, like the B-52s, the
Of
Damned,
course, yeah.
Stranglers. We had our own Echo and the Bunnymen and the Theatre Explodes, and you could all go and see them for 50p.
50p.
And we had
Wow.
the Manford Hall at the Students' Union, Liverpool University up the road, where they had the touring bands. Got to see bands like Buzzcocks, Magazine. They had the Jam there. Didn't go to that one, but I remember going to see the Two-Tone Tour.
Okay.
We got to see Dexy's Midnight Runners, the Selector,
Yeah.
and the Specials.
Oh, my goodness me.
And it was absolutely jam-packed, and it was a great atmosphere.
Excuse the pun. Now, underneath what we're talking to you now, but underneath we're playing some guitar solos of the Beatles. Now, obviously, growing up in the Liverpool area, obviously the Beatles for you are, four gods? Is that right?
They are, yeah.
Okay. Obviously, you and Mr. Thompson have a very close-knit bond there, because obviously everything, started from the Beatles as far as he's concerned. Would you be in the same opinion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just that if you're a guitarist, they're a great guitar band.
Absolutely.
It's what you want to strive for, is to play like them.
And something I learned a little while ago, and that was from Mark McLaren from the Sonics. The Beatles really hit it home, because every single one, most of their tracks anyway, they started off with the title of their track. They sort of got it in there in the first sort of verse. I didn't realise that. I never realised that, and I was really quite astonished by that, weren't I?
Yeah, absolutely.
But it actually makes a point. He just, boom, hits it home straight away. She loves you, yeah. It's there.
It's that old songwriting trick. Don't bore us, get to the chorus.
Ah, I like that.
Yeah.
So, obviously, moving on then. So, when did you leave Liverpool, or have you never really left?
You can take the man out of Liverpool, but you can't take Liverpool out of the man.
I don't think you can.
Well,
I think you're right.
It's a long way home after being here tonight.
Obviously, we don't want the full address, just postcode and, first line of your address. Anyway, no, I'm only kidding. So, obviously, you're local now, but when did you move out of Liverpool?
It must have been about, 81.
Okay, 1981. Okay.
It was about fifth year of school. We moved to Holyhead.
Yep.
Which is on the westernmost side of North Wales.
Yep.
And it's quite a quiet town. You have to make your own fun. And I carried on the music playing and tried to get in with some local musicians, tried to form a band, and we did form a garage band in Mum and Dad's garage, and we had quite a special drummer. A local drummer called Spike, who's now known as Spike T. Smith. And he went on to playing a lot of punk bands after I left Wales. Mm-hmm. And then I saw this photograph on Facebook, and he was Morrissey's drummer.
Oh my goodness me!
Wow.
And he got to play with bands like the Damned, and he's currently touring with like Sham 69, and
wow,
he's made it. Indeed,
that is absolutely brilliant. Do you know, we could talk forever. But I think we're here to hear some music as well, aren't we, Andy?
We need some music.
I think over to you then. I think you should find out what he's going to play for us. I'll get everything set up this side. Okay. And I'll let you do a little bit now. Okay, over to you then.
Andy, obviously you're going to give us a couple of tunes now, so tell us about the first tune you're going to play to us.
This first tune is It's Sunny Afternoon by the Kinks, and I hope you're going to sing along to it. Probably one that you know.
You really don't want me to do that.
You really don't. I've heard him sing. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, on Target Radio right now. Hang on, I've got to get this working as well now, because we're going to go Facebook Live as well. Okay, so I've got to hold my camera. What's that all about? So we've got, Andrew Deevey here live at the studio of Target Radio. We're live, and he's going to play something from the Kinks, Sunny Afternoon. I tell you what, we need some sun.
We do.
Okay, take it away, Andrew Deevey. Oh, hang on. Sorry. You can't do it without a round of applause. There we go. All yours. With me now, I've got Andy Topp-Walker, who's helping with the March of the Mods, which is Saturday the 21st of March, 2020, so that's next year. Kick-starting off at 1 o'clock all the way through till 1 a.m. Andy, 12 hours, mate. That's a long time.
12 hours of wonderful music.
It's going to be wonderful music. So who's appearing on March of the Mods 2020 at the Holroyd Arms? That's in Guildford.
It's in Guildford, and I'm pleased to announce that from the Chords UK, we actually have Chris Pope.
Wow.
And he's going to be doing an acoustic set for us.
Okay, that sounds good.
We also have The Aim, The Spirals, The Sonics.
Who else we got?
Then we've got The Modern Apes. And then we're followed by, it's great to announce that the Trojan Beats are actually going to be there as well. We also have the 48Ks.
Now, that is a great band.
Absolutely. So looking forward to hearing them.
Fantastic.
Them. A new up-and-coming young band called the Lightscopes.
And anything else?
And then we're having a bit of a a Q&A session going
Question
on.
and answers, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. With modzines.
Now, is that something to do with one Eddie Pillar?
I believe it is.
Wow. Now, we're going to be asking questions to Eddie?
No, I believe he's going to be asking the questions to some very special guests.
Oh, the great Eddie Pillar live on the stage area of March of the Mods 2020, and that's on the 21st of March at the Holroyd Arms. Target Radio, we're going to be recording the whole event live. Brilliant. And how do we get tickets, please?
You can, if you go onto Mods and More, that we've got an advert going up there. Just click on the link, and that takes you directly into the tickets.
Brilliant.
You can also do the same, obviously, here on Target Radio. Click onto the link, take you directly into the tickets, and then also on most of the great Facebook pages that are out there that have actually offered to promote this great cause.
That is fantastic, brilliant stuff. And how much does the tickets cost?
The tickets are £10 in advance. And if you're lucky enough to turn up on the day, and there are still availability, it's £15 on the door.
Brilliant, excellent. Right, okay, so that's March of the Mods, Saturday the 21st of March 2020. Kick starts at 1 p.m. Don't be late.
Don't be late.
Okay, and you're going to look great. Bring a change of clothes because we're going to get hot and sweaty in there. Going right the way through till 1 o'clock in the morning. Do you think you can do 12 hours? Wow. Oh my goodness me, that is absolutely fantastic. And Andy, what do you think of that?
That was amazing.
Thank you.
Oh, that was brilliant. It'd be even better if the audience heard you and put it into the microphone.
I had to move the microphone away.
You
Sorry.
did, yeah.
I thought that was amazing.
Because Andy Topp-Walker has got a heavy breathing problem. And unfortunately,
only when it comes to good music.
Oh yeah, and phoning up his wife. Right, okay. And talking of his wife, Nikki J. Topp-Walker was watching us here on Facebook Live, as well as Simon Routley and Sarah Watson, and Johnny Bradley was watching as well, and they all put their thumbs up and they said it was brilliant. So absolutely fantastic. We'll finish that live video there on Facebook Live at the moment, which is absolutely fantastic, and we'll share that one to everyone in the whole wide world. That was absolutely fantastic. How long did it take you to learn that then?
Well, I still haven't learned it because I've got the words in front of me.
We weren't. Shh. We didn't want to tell anyone that. Goodness me, honestly, what's he like?
Honest man.
He is very too honest sometimes. He could have lied. Now it's something about the Kinks. For me personally, I love a story within a song. How about you? What say you?
I'm not so sure, because once you've heard the story a million times, you sort of know what's going to happen.
Okay, yeah, that's a good take, I suppose. Yeah,
The first 2 or 3 times you go,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, but then once you've heard it, you're thinking, oh, I know it's going to go, I know it's going to happen.
Yeah, the taxman's run off with all his dough, yeah, absolutely, and left him in his stately home.
But it's a nice tune, though. You like... The tunes are quite likeable.
Yeah, it is. It's a great tune, and I think Ray Davies has got, a real knack in songwriting as well, which seems to sort of like, I don't know. For me personally, I think he should be higher up in the ratings of a great songwriter, and I don't think he gets as much, recognition as he should, personally speaking.
I think they wouldn't have been the same without his...
No, definitely not. And obviously there's rumours about it at the moment. The Kinks are looking to reform.
Well, rumours, yeah. They have entered the recording studios, but we're still yet to know.
Have they come out, though? That's the main thing.
Right.
Have they come out of that recording studio? They could be still in there. It could be held hostage. We just don't know. And do we know what recording studio?
No, we don't.
No. And Andrew's...
I've got a feeling I might know which one it is.
Oh, don't tell, because they'll all be down there. They'll all be flocking down there right now, and we'll lose all our lovely listeners.
They do own their... I think they do own their own studio in,
they do.
in Tottenham.
That's it.
That one.
Bit of North London action going on there. Yeah. Brilliant. So how long did it take you to sort of learn, obviously, your chords and, obviously, your guitar playing, etc., to that degree then?
It probably takes a couple of days. Just
okay.
The chords are there. It's just like getting the chords in the right order.
Of course, yeah. Brilliant.
As I was trying to do then.
I heard you giggle halfway through, which is good because it just shows us how natural you are. But the most important thing is it proves that we are actually live here as well. Okay, take a break. Andrew Deevey, brilliant stuff there. Andy Topp-Walker. This is really confusing with two Andys in the building today, for goodness sake. I think we need to take a little break and listen to something from the theme.
Excellent.
I think it's a great choice. Did you know days turn into nights?
I did.
And did you know the weekends are just not like they used to be?
They're not.
Have you seen Yesterday, the film?
No.
All about the Beatles, or should we say, not about the Beatles? It's basically some sort of cosmic.
Yes.
Yeah, and
yes, I have.
Yeah, the Indian fellow was in it. It was in EastEnders,
yes,
and
right.
He basically is should we say, borrowing all the Beatles tracks.
Yeah.
And apparently this one was going to be called Hey Dude. Oh, fantastic. But the writer, or should we say at least the performance for this brilliant track here is Mr. Andrew Deevey, who's our special guest with us today. Hi, Andrew, you're back.
Hello.
There you go, he's had a nice little break. Listen to me rattling on about all of them lovely birthdays. We don't have birthdays at our age, do we? No. We just brush it off and ignore them. So you've done the Beatles sort of tunes on guitar, like an acoustic album, is that right?
Yeah, it was 14 hits by the Beatles on acoustic guitar.
Wow, you sound like you need to go on K-Tel or something. Remember that record? Go on K-Tel and get your 14 hits of the Beatles acoustic right now.
Well, I was at a stage where I was learning to play fingerstyle guitar, and I got this Beatles book.
Okay.
Fingerstyle hits of the Beatles, and I went through them one by one, and I recorded a couple, and I just stuck it on in the car driving along, and I thought, well, it sounds quite nice. There's no words to get in the way, and it's quite relaxing while you're driving. And I thought, well, could be an album in this. So I learnt 14 tracks and recorded them.
And I've got all of them, and they are absolutely brilliant. They're good. CD. They're good for listening, as you quite rightly said, in the car. Some easy listening as well. They are nice.
That traffic jam.
That is nice. It calms you down. It stops you biting the steering wheel. And I've also used these on a shameless plug here for Mike Thompson's Beatleology Hour. Obviously, because we love Mike. We love his dulcet tones.
Oh, we do.
Yeah, but sometimes we do need a Beatles track underneath him as well, just to lift him up a little bit. And yes, Mike, if you are listening, I'm still waiting for those shows to be sent to me.
Yeah, I like listening to those. You should bring them back.
We are going to bring them back. Just before Christmas, we're going to start plugging them shamelessly again here on Target Radio, and we're going to be reissuing the Beatleology Hour. Do you know, it used to take me 2 hours to put it all together. Honestly, that was a task and a half. But yeah, we are going to put those together very, very soon when Mike Thompson actually gets himself sorted out. But I know he's had a few health problems in the in the last few weeks and so. So get better soon, Mike, and all our love to you. Okay, right, on to you now, Mr. Deevey. So we were talking, obviously, off air and off the mic and everything about your musical journey, and talking about journeys. So you left Liverpool, and when did you come down to sort of like London area, Surrey and all of that?
It was 1988. I'd got a job in Camden, and I used to. I thought maybe I'll try my hand at trying to get into a band in London.
Yeah.
And you could get the Melody Maker and the NME a day before the rest of the country.
That's right, I remember that, yeah.
On like a Tuesday afternoon rather than a Wednesday morning.
Correct, yeah.
So you could scour through the musicians' wanted adverts and get the advantage over the rest of the country. So I used to sit there and phone them all up, and there's there were some decent bands in there, and I seem to remember getting auditions of people like the Sweet. And I chickened out of that one because I thought I might have to be the one. It's just the high voice.
Oh, my goodness me.
And then another one was the Vapors. They were looking for somebody. I didn't get that one. And another one was...
You didn't fancy turning Japanese then, no?
No. I only recently came to understand what that title means.
Yes, we'll keep that there.
I won't go there.
No, just don't go there. Do you not know Andrew? Andy? Andrew? I just called you Andrew then. I'm getting confused here. You need to have little name things.
Sorry, Mum.
All right. Do you know what it means?
Yeah, I know what it means.
You know what that means, yeah? Okay, moving on then.
And another advert was for phone this guy up, and he said, I've got a bloke called Pete Shelley who's looking for a guitarist. He's doing a little solo career.
All right. yes.
So he said, yeah, you can come along. He lives at a flat in King's Cross. And I just thought, I can't do this. You can't. It just shattered my illusions. He's one of my musical heroes.
Of course, yeah.
So I just didn't bother turning up.
Oh, no.
So I kept plugging away and saw this another advert, and it was for a band called The Laws.
Ah.
So after about 20 phone calls to this guy who was the press officer, it turned out to be Phil Jupitus. Used to work at
Oh, my goodness
Godis.
me. That is fantastic. Wow.
I'd phone him up and he goes, "Oh, I'll call you back next week." And he never called back. So I'd phone him and just...
Bugger, isn't he, eh? What's he like?
He goes, "Yeah, Andy, yeah, live with me. It'll probably take another week." So this went on for about 8 weeks. And then he phoned me out of the blue and said, "Oh, come round tomorrow at midday. We've got an audition for you. Come on, bring your guitar, blah, blah, blah."
Yeah.
So I went along, sat in this room, and he said, listen to this. This is some tracks for a new album. And I think it could have been the missing second album that everyone's been going on about. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
But I didn't recognise the songs, and I didn't get that one because they'd found the person just before I got in there.
Gotcha, yeah. Oh, my goodness me. There's a few name drops there because, obviously, at the time, you're sort of really in the middle of it. Being in Camden, obviously, it's a who's who of, like, rock stars, if you like, pop stars, rock stars, musicians and everything. And it still is, I think. Yeah. I think it still is. It is a hub, I think. It draws a lot of attention to, like, musicians, whether they're famous or not famous, unsigned or signed.
I think back then there was more opportunity to get in with bigger bands.
So. Yeah, I think so, too, yeah. Because, obviously, you had the NME. Like you said, we didn't have the internet back then, so we relied on publication, so obviously the local rag, daily rag, or the national rag, when we say rag, obviously we're talking about the newspaper. Just quickly, before we go on with some music and everything, I know Andy over there is probably itching to buzzing with a question. He's jumping up and down. Mike has just texted me, and he said he's just come back from the hospital and he's put a thumb up there, so I'm hoping everything's okay, so well done.
Happy days.
And he's tuning in, listening to the Deevey Meister.
Oh, thanks very much.
Okay, Andy Topp-Walker, I believe you might have a question for Andrew Deevey.
Okay, before we go into your next track, if you could have written a song by anyone, dead or alive, which song would it have been?
That is a good question.
That meant all my ones were rubbish then.
There's so many, but it'd have to be a song that's got a good simple melody line, chords sound good, and it's probably the next one that I'm going to play. I quite like this song. The way it just sounds is amazing.
Brilliant
to me.
I think that was a great little interlude there to get him into the mood, to get him guitared up. Okay, so here we go then, and we've got Andrew Deevey live in the studio, and I think he needs one of these. I'll let you introduce it as well, if you like, Mr. Deevey.
Okay, this one's Timeless Melody by The Laws.
We won't tell anyone that he was reading those as well. Oh, that was absolutely fantastic.
Well, it is live radio.
It is live radio, so we didn't want to make no mistakes there. And talking of live, we're just going to finish off the Facebook Live there, and I just want to make sure that we got everyone mentioned. So who was watching? Simon Paul was watching. John Cater was watching. Brian the Baron of Egham was watching. What?
Hello,
who's that? Who was talking? My goodness me. Who was it? Brian the Baron Watson was watching. Johnny Bradley was watching. Mike Young. Signed Skin Dunn. What a great name. Oh, sorry, Sid Skins Dunn. Still apologise. Cheryl Law. Paul Waterhouse was watching. Lead singer from Lord John. Oh, and David Field was watching as well. Thank you very much indeed. And we'll be back on a little bit later on the Facebook Live. He's going to have that's you making all those noises over there. It's you!
Oh, it's me.
Definitely you. And we've still got 2 more brilliant live tracks from Andrew Deevey. Now, for those who don't know who Andrew Deevey is, he is the one of the 4 from the squad, and that's the Serious Chord Squad, and he is the maestro of the guitar. Now, the reason I say that is because I was I went to a gig. They mentioned that they had a Hammond sound coming through on a few of their tracks. And I went, oh, so you got a keyboardist. You know, you'd naturally assume that, wouldn't you, Andrew?
Yeah.
Oh, Andy. Sorry, Andrew.
Sorry, Mum.
That's okay. Just make sure you're behind your ears. But you would assume that, wouldn't you?
You would.
Okay, well, we're going to turn our glare now over to the maestro of... Yes, go on, you turn your glare over to him. Now... Young man over there, okay, who's hang on, I was going to put the that's it. Right, okay, we're filming him again now, just so we can get everything down. Right, okay. Heat gun, there we go. Right. So tell us a bit about this Hammond sound that actually doesn't come from an organ. That's what I basically put it down to. Because I was expecting, you know, another member of the squad to be there, Andrew, and it wasn't there. It was you on a guitar, but it was brilliant.
Well, as you know, I probably don't know if you're listening at home.
Yeah.
Terry's Chord Squad were like a mod covers band, and we were playing some Small Faces songs, and Small Faces have a keyboard player.
They do.
We didn't, and we thought, well, it lacks a bit playing these songs without a keyboard player. And we thought about getting one, and then we were all too stingy to get an extra person because we'd have to divide the money by 5 instead of 4.
Of course, yeah.
So I saw something on YouTube. I saw there was this guitar pedal called the Electro Harmonics B9, and I thought, I've got to have one of them. So I bought one and toyed around with it at home, and I thought, that's fantastic. You can actually play the Hammond organ on this pedal. Took long to rehearsal, and it worked. And
wow,
played it at some gigs, and people were just amazed. They were.
Well, weren't I?
They were actually scouring the stage for a keyboard player, and they couldn't find one.
I'd done exactly the same thing, and it was like I got a heads up, obviously, before the gig started, and they said, "Well, you know, it's actually going to be like, you know, on the guitar." That's what the boys were telling me, and I went, right, and I still was looking for one, you know, because it was so good. You actually thought there was a keyboardist there. It was really, really good, and I loved it. So, you know, are you going to put that into some of your future music?
It's on the album Northern Soul.
Ah, now that is brilliant timing. I love that.
The album kicks off with that sound, that Northern Sound bell.
Yes.
I don't know how they make that sound. Is it a xylophone or a keyboard or something? Xylophone. I wanted that effect.
Yeah.
And it had it on the pedal, so I used it.
Oh, why not? And why not indeed? And that's on the Northern Soul album. Now, if you haven't got hold of this Northern Soul album, don't be fooled by the name. It's not a Northern Soul music. It's called Northern Soul. Why? Because it's totally confused me now, because I naturally assume Andrew Deevey is doing Northern Soul and he's going to be prancing around with a big pair of flares on, but you're not.
No, it's because I'm from up north and I like a bit of soul.
Of course, there we go, and that's how it works. So this bell happens to have, is that I Get the Feeling, is that right?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, let's have a little listen to it then.
There you go, that's it.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And that is what we're talking about today, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to quickly go through the album, track by track. We're not going to obviously play every single one because we want to get back to your live music. So I Get the Feeling. What's it generally about? You know, a couple of sentences if you can.
It's about trying to feel happy with your situation.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
That's it.
That's it. That's brilliant. Okay. Now, I'm going to skip a couple here, and I love this one. It's Every Street in Every Town. So let's play a little bit of it in the background there. Now, for me, this is happy.
It might sound happy, but if you listen to the lyrics, it's about industrial decline, and I heard that tagline from Labour saying, "For the many, not the few."
Yes. Oh, right, okay.
It's that sort of thing. It's for everyone. Everyone in industrial towns where living is hard.
Oh, right, okay. Now let's put a different feeling on it now,
Living
because
for the city.
Indeed,
you're
yeah.
actually fighting to live.
Yeah.
Now, for me,
Trying
the
to
music
survive.
sounds happy, though, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So that has put a different sort of twist on it now. And it's great that we do these little reviews here because, obviously, as Andy was saying earlier, we was talking about the aim, not to obviously steer it away from to the aim, but we done it with the aim, didn't we? And people are buying the tracks now because they know what they mean. Yeah. So we're a little bit through talking about Andrew Deevey's Northern Soul album, which is out now in all good record shops. All right, it's online.
It's on Bandcamp.
It's on Bandcamp, and you can get a physical CD as well.
Yeah.
I've got one in my hand, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on. There we go. I've just put it up to the camera there as well.
There might still be one left in Beggars Banquet in Kingston as well.
Oh, brilliant stuff.
Beggars Banquet.
Oh, I love that.
That brings back memories.
Okay, I'm so glad. Now, this is my second most played on the album, and I like this one. It's sort of an easy song to listen to. Is that about right?
It's not so much the meaning of this song, it's the... I was trying to copy the Beatles guitar sound for Obladi, Oblada.
Oh, right, okay.
But play it in a slightly different way.
Yeah.
To avoid copyright.
Of course, yeah. That's it. Yeah, those copyright people are out there. They're looking. They're listening. They're going to nab you. So you obviously got to make sure that you got to get everything just right. And it is a nice song. Let's have a little listen, shall we?
It's your typical relationship song as well.
Yeah.
Not let somebody down. And it's not my fault. So
no, absolutely not. No, I was never going to blame you. Oh my goodness! It's nice though. It's a simple song and it's got a lovely riff to it. I think it just plays nicely, and I think it's again, it comes from a happy place. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds happy. What do you think?
I like it. Yeah.
You know. Okay, enough of that one then. And
are you going to ask me about My Soul Is on Fire?
I'm going to get there. Won't you come back to me? Not physically, but what's this song about then?
It's about losing somebody and just wanting them back.
Oh, sad.
Yeah, longing for that long-lost lover. At the end of the day, when the birds fly away,
bloody birds,
won't you come back to me? You've been gone for so long. I don't know what's wrong. This is from my country and western period.
They don't call it western anymore now. Why have they dropped the... when we refer to country and western, I've asked this a few guests now, haven't I? No one seems to know, because it used to be country and western, Don Williams, Tammy Wynette and all of that. Now, all of a sudden, they dropped the western bit. Why?
I was thought there's two types of music, country and western.
He's been watching the Blues Brothers again. Now, I like this song as well. Actually, there's not many on the album that I dislike at all, in fact. This one, though, I get the feeling. Okay, tell me about this. Oh, no, I've told you that one. Sorry, I do apologise. This one, I do apologise, is I don't know why. I don't know why, and that's why I'm asking you.
Sometimes I just don't know the answers.
Great!
I just don't know why.
There's about 6 million chords being played there, I think.
Been searching all my life, something I can't find.
Oh, this was a song for somebody else to cover, so it could be a big radio hit.
Oh, well, you want the royalties, though. You want to make sure you get your hand in your pocket. Copyright people, make sure he gets the royalties.
This cannot be found.
Right, okay, now, this one, obviously, knowing you, and obviously knowing that you love the Beatles and everything, She Loves You, and I thought, oh, well, it's obviously a cover of She Loves You, yeah. Okay, let's play a little bit of it, because I wasn't disappointed, but I was surprised. Well?
I'll have to write some words for this one.
Very nice.
This was actually the first one I ever did.
Yeah.
And this one wasn't in the book as well, so I had to work it out what it was. And
okay.
There was a way to do it as well. You just write out the melody, and then you write out the bass line.
Yep.
And then you sort of squeeze them together.
Wow, there you are. See, that's the way you get around it. Brilliant. Every step of the way. What's this about?
Have we done this one?
Have we done this one? Hang on, where are we? I think we have, actually. I do apologise. It's all over now. This one is called It's Over. Go on, then. Tell us about this one.
This is another relationship song. It's over. No more relationship.
It's all morbid here. It's all morbid at Target Radio at the moment. That's another different sound you've got there as well. It's sort of, are you playing differently on this one than you are on most of the other ones? Or is it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
What happened was that I needed an introduction.
Yeah.
And that lead bit is the bit I can't play live because I play it on a capo.
Gotcha.
Or maybe not with a capo, but the chords are done with a capo, so I can't play both at the same time.
Oh, right,
or
okay.
Both in the same song.
I mean, you're good, but you can't play two guitars at the same time. Not yet, anyway. Can't you get a double guitar? That means you could then, couldn't you? See there, food for thought there.
I'd need an extra pair of hands as well.
Well, we're working on that one. It's it's What I Want to Do. It's the title of the track. Let's have a listen. It's going back to country and western again. Yeah.
I was bought a ukulele for this to try it out because I've never played ukulele before.
So you're following the footsteps of John Lennon, really? Because he started off on the ukulele, didn't he?
Yeah, and just playing three chords and came up with that initial riff, and I thought, I can make a song out of this.
And why not? Be rude not to, really.
It's what I wanna do. It's be in love with you.
I wanted something a bit more sort of romantic.
Yeah, yeah.
Somebody saying that I love you song.
Okay. Now this one, I totally disagree. Money can buy you love, but you need a hell of a lot of it. Obviously it doesn't. Love is free.
Now this one's more about not having any money and
for goodness.
your bank account just being in minus figures all the time.
In the black is not good then for this song. It's obviously in the red.
When I got my pay, I had to pay the rent. Now it's all spent.
Now, how great is that? I have to pay the rent, now it's all spent. I mean, they are brilliant lines. I mean, how long did it take you to sort of like, when you're writing songs, obviously, brand new songs that you've done on this album, how long does it take you to sort of like come up with something as easy as that? I've got to pay the rent, now it's all spent. It just works, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
So how long does it take you traditionally to come up with some really great lines that you can throw into a song like that?
For the initial idea, it takes a long time. I've spent up to a month trying to think of the initial idea. But once I get it, you get that first line, then you can start building.
Of course, yeah.
And once you get a verse, then you think, what can I have for a chorus? And then
gotcha.
It just follows one after the other. And I remember one day I was in the middle of Bushy Park, which is a long way from home. Yeah. And I thought of a great idea for lyric. Yeah. Didn't have my phone on me. No way of recording it. Yeah. So I thought, I'll get home now. It's like a 20-minute walk, and I had to recite this line over and over and over 20 minutes until I got home. So that is why you should always walk around with your notepad and pen. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Right, moving to the country. Let's have a little listen, and then you can tell me a little bit about it. This is about those awful daytime TV programmes where they do move to the country. I'm totally in agreement with you on that one. They look at a couple of houses, and one of them's a surprise house, and they never end up buying them anyway. No. They just get a free holiday, don't they? I want to go on that one to Australia. I've got no desire to move there. Just fancy a little trip, what is it? Bind Down Under, whatever they call it. So when you're playing the album, ladies and gentlemen, and moving to the country, all you're going to think about now is daytime TV. But at least now you know. Okay, Too much time on my hands. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Right, now we've got Sunny Day next. Is it what it means on the tin? Yeah, it was a bit of a response to Sunny Afternoon by the Kings. Okay, which we heard earlier in the show. So I wanted that. A title which was similar. Okay, gotcha.
It has got that little 60s sort of like nugget to it as well, I think. Yeah, it's got that sort of style of 60s playing, I think, which I think you've mastered very well, because obviously you've done a lot of 60s covers, and I think you've brought that into this song as well. I mean, just obviously on the listening to it, I mean, obviously I have played this a couple of times, but it's not, you know, on my top of the list. Obviously, I've played it sort of pretty much from my own personal favourites, but I shouldn't put my own personal favouritism into it. What do you think, Andy?
I like this very much.
It's nice, isn't it?
I do like
This one always goes down well when I play it live as well.
Well, talking of playing it live, can you play this one live? You don't have to worry about an extra guitar or another pair of hands?
I can play it live.
Excellent. That would fit in rather well with something that you were just mentioning.
It would.
Yes. Shall we give it a little plug? And obviously we don't know yet if Andy has accepted, but we can put him on the spot, can we, live?
No, we won't put him on the spot. We won't put him on the
I
spot.
can do it.
You can do it.
Okay, put him on the spot. Put him on the spot.
Okay, so it's just Andy has just
Yes, Andy.
has just agreed that he's going to play live on the Saturday the 21st of December.
Hopefully not like that.
Saturday the 21st of December at the winter solstice at the Modern World Cafe.
Wow. That is absolutely fantastic. I think he needs one of these. Hang on. No, not one of them. Oh, for goodness sake. I'm always pressing the wrong buttons here. There he is. There he is. What?
I hope there's going to be more people than that there.
Well, time will tell. Okay, we've got one more track on this album. Now, I've left this one. I think this is your favourite one, Andrew. My Soul is on Fire.
Oh, yeah. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
about
You like this one? Okay, let's play a little bit of this, and then obviously we'll find out a little bit about it. Now that has got a really good introduction there. It's full. It's got everything you need for a big sound coming from you. What's that all about?
Oh, there was a lot of instrumentation on this, lots of overdubs, and
Yeah.
it has got a real keyboard player on it as well.
Ah, that is handy, because obviously, even though it's your solo album, it wouldn't have happened without the help of some other musicians. So, shall we name and shame them that appears on this album, please?
I can't remember.
You can't remember who's on there? Oh, he's gonna open up my album now, for goodness sake, honestly. I was going to keep it shrink wrap, but never mind, I'll get him to sign it now.
Just get some sandwich spread paper and wrap it round.
Okay, that sounds a good idea. Okay, as you can hear now, he's actually opening up my album, which I was going to keep in prestige.
He'll have to sign it now.
He'll have to sign it now. I'll have to find a pen for him to sign it. Okay, so over to you then. Who is appearing on this album? It's a brilliant album, by the way.
Okay, vocals, guitar, bass, and ukulele was by Andrew Deevey.
Oh,
What a
not
great
him.
bloke.
Not him again, honestly. Gets everywhere.
First session we did, we had Darren Kelly from the Squad on drums and Via Osborne.
Oh, he gets everywhere, that bloke, doesn't he, honestly? Hey, dodgy bass playing again.
We had, there was about loads of drummers. Tim Wingham did the session, he was on drums, he's from the Reservoir Dads.
Oh, right, yeah.
Covers band from Hampton.
Gotcha.
David Jones, excellent drummer from Shepherd's Bush.
From the bush.
Mark Humphrey, bass player, who's also in the Reservoir Dads and the Bitter Spring, so he used to be in as well.
Okay.
David MacDonald, bass player.
And he had a farm as well, apparently.
Yeah. Paul Wizard Baker from the Bitter Springs played keyboards and piano.
Wow.
Jonathan
Farmer and a
Clayton.
baker.
Yeah. Jonathan Clayton, who was the studio owner, played keyboards and cello.
Yeah.
Session player called Brand Tills played the trumpet on Every Step of the Way.
Brilliant.
Jack Hayter from Hefner and lots of other great indie bands played pedal steel guitar. And Jodie Finley and Donna Vincent did backing vocals. They did the backing vocals mainly on
Now
My
that
Soul
is...
Is On Fire.
So it's quite a lot of musicians there. I mean, obviously they're session musicians as well as equally in their own right part of bands and other, groups and stuff like that. But how did you collate all those guys together to actually work on this album? Was it difficult? Was it timings and things like that? Did it take some time to obviously get everyone together?
Well, first of all, it was getting friends involved, favours, and then as I started doing more and more things with like the trumpet and the pedal steel, to get session people in, so just advertising on Facebook.
Yes, of course, yeah.
Trumpet player wanted.
As you do,
And then somebody will turn up for the right price.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yep. Packet of peanuts and a can of Coke. Great!
You want somebody who's quick, like the trumpet player was brilliant. He did it in like about 30 minutes.
Oh, wow. We weren't getting paid by the hour, was he? Oh, that is brilliant. I'll tell you what, it is a great album, so go out and get it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll throw all the links to you at the end of the show where you can actually find it. But obviously, look at Andrew Deevey on the Facebook there, and I'm sure there's a few links there for the brilliant album. That's Northern Soul. Okay, take a little break, Andy. Obviously, we've gone through a heck of a lot there, and I've got a feeling that there's a dodgy bass player on his way. I really do. With me now, I have got Andy Topp-Walker, and yet again, you're out of your comfort zone, young man. You're actually going to be presenting yet another live gig for next year in 2020. Tell us a little bit about it, if you may, please.
Of course, yeah. We're looking at Saturday the 25th of April 2020 at the Suburbs at the Holroyd. Andy Hamilton, allowing us to take the venue by storm, in fact. And I say by storm because I've been honoured that I have 3 great artists and bands that want to come and join and perform for us on that evening.
So who have we got first up then?
Well, first up, we're going to go in alphabetical order.
Okay.
We're going to go with We Have the Aim.
Ah, well, that's why they chose the aim, you see. A being the aim, so they're going to get first pickings on the alphabetical side of things.
Absolutely. So
unless we've done it in reverse order, they'll be the last. Still is good. Right, yeah, so we've got the aim.
We've got the aim. So we've got Grant Judges, we've got Jamie Tongue, we've got Peter Sims, and we've got, obviously, Grant's lovely wife, Sam, involved in that also. And next again, we're going to stick alphabetically. So we're going to go with Darren J. Connett.
No, you got him.
Indeed. Yes, indeed.
You got him out of his kitchen at long last.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. I love Darren J. Connett. His music is absolutely brilliant.
We're being graced on stage by The Theme.
No.
Yes.
No, you're just joking me.
No.
The Theme.
The Theme are coming and joining.
Oh, that is absolutely brilliant. Go on, name and shame a couple of them.
Okay, we've got Chris Daly.
Nah, not Chris.
We've got Paul Besson.
Wow.
We also have, I think Peter Sims is playing again there as well.
Can't keep him away, can we?
He plays twice on there.
Why? Why are they doing it for free?
They're doing it for free because the evening is actually in aid of Macmillan Cancer Support.
Oh, what a fantastic charity.
It is.
Absolutely fantastic. And obviously, one of us in our lifetime will be affected, whether it's directly or indirectly, by cancer. So how much is the tickets to come and see these 3 great artists play? How much is it?
It's actually £19.80. I know it's a bizarre amount.
No, that's a great year, that was.
Or £1.80.
£1.80
is actually the administration fee.
Yeah, lovely. And can you pound the door on the night if
yes,
there's any availability?
You can pound the door, and it's £20.
Oh well,
it's extra 20p.
Wow, you know what I mean. But and that, obviously every single penny of that will then go to charity.
Everything on the door goes directly to the charity.
Fantastic. So if you don't fancy paying your £1.80 over the sort of internet, you can obviously turn up on the door. But we will tell you now that the tickets are selling rather fast.
They are selling fast, and also can I just add, every ticket purchase does actually receive a raffle ticket also.
No, not a free raffle ticket.
A free raffle ticket.
Wow.
There will be more raffle tickets sold on the evening.
Yeah, of
but
course.
Each ticket does receive a raffle.
So you entered free, if you like, into a free raffle.
Yes,
was it a tin of something and a box of this and I suppose it's going to be the same old raffle prizes, or have we got something a little bit more interesting this time?
I have some amazing raffle prizes at the moment,
and I know they're still coming in.
They are still coming in
as we're recording this. There are others on the pipeline at the moment, so this is not an extensive list. This is part of a list, isn't it?
This is part of a list, and it's still ongoing. But just to name a few.
Yeah, just name a couple.
We have some items of clothing that have been donated from Paul Harrington. We have some clothing vouchers also donated by Bone Clothing. We have 2 signed books donated by John Knight.
Yep.
What will be a model scooter
Yeah, we've got to get that term in model, because when I first saw it, I thought it was an actual real scooter, but it's not, is it?
It's not. It is a model scooter, and it's been donated by Graham Sheldon, and well, it's amazing.
They're fantastic.
It's amazing. But everybody who has donated a gift, a prize, will be named, and the items that they've given and donated will be also named, so everybody will get the recognition they fully deserve, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Absolutely, indeed. And every single penny from the raffle, obviously you get a free raffle ticket with obviously an online prize ticket, but obviously there'll be extra raffle tickets for sale during the course of the evening until obviously the raffle takes place.
Absolutely.
So if you want to buy more raffle tickets and have a better chance of winning some of these fantastic prizes, and not a box of chocolates to be sniffed at. I'm really upset now. I fancied a box of chocolates. Oh, that is brilliant. And every single penny that we raise on the evening, and of course through ticket sales and raffle ticket sales and everything else, is going straight into that Macmillan cancer research, so the support of cancer sufferers. Now we say sufferers because they're not victims anymore. A lot of these people now can come through cancer.
Yes, they can.
And that is absolutely marvellous. And I'm not going to go into it too much, because I'll be honest with you, I don't know enough about it. But I do know now that we talk about cancer as we talk about having a cold. A few years ago, cancer was a sort of taboo word, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
So for now, obviously there's not a direct cure for cancer. I think they're getting close. And Target Radio is in association with, obviously, Mods and More. Brilliant Facebook group, by the way. Go and join it. You know you want to. We're going to be recording the whole evening as well. So, obviously, if you can't make it and you still want to make some donations at a later date, you're more than welcome. You can do that. We'll set up something as well. So, obviously, you can donate directly to, obviously, the charity. And that will be brilliant. But we're going to record it and, obviously, broadcast it live on the evening, Andy.
It is the 21st of April.
21st of April, and that's 2020, and at the Holroyd Arms, and it's the suburbs, isn't it?
It is.
Brilliant, lovely. The sha-la-las there. In brackets, gotta find, close brackets, a better way. Darren Robinson, of course, on lead vocals there, and some dodgy bass playing from Veer Osborne. And we were just talking about his first name, actually, and apparently he was going to be called John, but they made a spelling mistake. Okay, over to now our very special guest, which is Mr. Andrew Deevey, who's got number 3 or 4 tracks that he's going to play. Now, this is a brand new song, is this right?
Yeah, Target Radio exclusive.
Oh, we are liking that. I think we need one of these, okay.
Never been heard before.
Brilliant. And what's it called?
For now, it's called Dreams That Passed Me By.
Brilliant. I think we need one of these, young Mr. Top-Walker, don't we?
We do.
It's so confusing having 2 Andys in the studio. Okay, over to Mr. Andrew Deevey. That was absolutely brilliant. I love that. I love the ending. I knew all the words. Oh, that is fantastic. And just let us know what that is called at the moment anyway.
It's called The Dreams That Passed Me By.
Okay. And that is absolutely fantastic. And just finishing off our Facebook Live video there. Okay, and we're just... Oh, here we go. He's bleeping again over there. Turn the sound down, for goodness sake. Now, that, for me, is brilliant. Now, that's not on any of your albums or anything else at the moment.
No, it's brand new.
That is brilliant. I love that. Absolutely love that. That's catchy as well. I do like a catchy song, don't you, Andy?
Sha la 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 la.
Hang on. It's all right, but it's not Andrew Deevey.
Go on, get out!
There we go. Andy Topp-Walker now has gone.
Like and backing singer. He's passed the audition.
Andy has now left the building.
All right, calm down. Honestly, I'm hiring these by the minute. I said, quieten down. Okay, go back out in the garden now. That's much better. Brilliant. Right, okay, now we've got one more track from you, and we're going to do that nearer to the end of the show. We've got about half an hour left of the show now, which is, it's coming around so quick. I'm really enjoying myself here. So, Mr. Deevey, you take a little break now, because obviously we've gone through your album. You've done 3 of the 4 songs that you promised us, which is brilliant, and I'm going to be honest with you now, that is absolutely fantastic. Singer-songwriter, bringing a brand new track to Target Radio. My goodness me. Well, I think I need to play a few songs and calm myself down a little bit. I think I need a cup of tea. Oh, my goodness. Just talking to Andy Topp-Walker. He's just come back after a little break. A breaky poo.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, a breaky wee. Right, okay. And Frankie Moorland, just up the road from where you live, actually, in Fleet, in Hampshire, has come up with a brand new record called World in Danger. And it's tipped to be the Christmas #1.
It is.
Wow. And it's not a Christmas song, though.
No, it's not a Christmas song.
No, it's all about climate change. So we'll have a little preview of that, and we'll find out from the powers that be if we can actually play that here on Target Radio next week.
Yep.
And obviously, we'll support anything that's local, live, and most importantly, I'm not really signed or not signed. It doesn't matter because obviously it's a very, very important issue.
Worthy cause. Indeed.
A worthy cause, important issue. Right, now, what is even more important now is our TV-themed tune. So we'll play this one, okay? If you know what it is, just call out your name. We'll have a little practice, okay? So, obviously, Andrew Deevey, you're going to have to be called Andrew for this one, because obviously it is your name. Okay, so you just shout, Andrew! Okay,
Andrew.
There we go. And Andy, you know what to do.
I do.
Okay, ready? Have a listen to this, and let me know what you think it is, just for a little practice. Ready?
Ready.
Okay, here we go. Okay, I thought I'd put this one on just for a little tester. This is the Abbott and Costello show. Oh, you knew that. You both knew that.
I didn't know the show. I only enjoyed their films.
Okay, I love their films. They were brilliant. Do you know, they both died. Very lonely people and very sad and very skint.
And they did, yes.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, moving on. Let's do this one for real now. So we're going to do the best of 5, okay?
Okay.
Okay, are you ready, Andrew? Because he's very quick. Here we go.
Andy. The Addams Family.
It's the Addams Family. See, I mean, he's very quick. You'll see an awful side of him come out now. He grits his teeth, his eyes change colour to the colour of green, and he's right in there. Now, what's he like, eh? Right, okay, let's go with... Hang on, I've just got to find the tracks now, because obviously I do try and find ones that, you know, work well. Okay, let's try this one. Now, if either of you get this right, I'll be very surprised, but most importantly, I'll be shocked.
Bananas.
That's all we get.
Andy, it's Bananas in Pyjamas.
Okay, my wife said the tea's ready. You can leave now. Oh, my goodness me. Okay. Right, Andrew. This is more science fiction-y. Okay, I'm giving him a clue here, and I'm actually going to turn his mic off. Andy's mic, that is. Okay, here we go.
Andy.
Go on.
Mork and Mindy.
Wrong. You're frozen out now. No, you can't. You're out now.
Ready.
No. No.
Buck Rogers.
Oh.
No.
Have you not got it? No. That's a point to me then, because I know what it is.
Battlestar Galactica.
You're close. It's not. It's Battle of the Planets. With Keop and all of that. Okay, right, okay. So it's still... What have you got? 2 so far? Oh, for goodness me. Right, okay. Let me find... Oh, right, okay. This one is no longer on our TV screens, fortunately. Andrew.
Big Brother.
It is Big Brother. He's clawed one back.
That's why I don't know it.
Oh, whatever. Why? Oh, my goodness me. Okay, now I'm going to really scrape the barrel here and go back to, well, I would say, I think it's 60s it originated from. I wouldn't know.
Andy.
Andrew, yes. Andrew, what is it?
It's Crossroads.
It is Crossroads. Well done, Andy, for using the name Andrew and getting him an extra point there. So it's 2-2. All to play for then.
Yes, Miss Diane.
You're right there, Benny. Oh my goodness. Do you remember this? This was really, really quite good.
It was on every night, I think.
It was around tea time, I think. I think they called it tea time. Okay. Right, okay, now this one will favour Andrew more than yourself, Andy, but you'll probably get the TV show, but I'm going to throw it out for a bonus point, the actual name of the record. Ready? Go.
Andrew.
Oh, Andrew, go for it.
It's The Chain.
Okay, that's not the TV show.
Oh, it's Top Gear.
No, it's not. You're frozen out. Remember The Chain.
Oh, no.
5.
Andy.
Go on, Andy.
I thought it is Formula One racing.
It is Formula One racing. And it was called... It was called the... Andrew.
The Chain.
It was. It's all square at the moment. I'm going to let you have that. Who's the artist?
Fleetwood Mac.
It was Fleetwood Mac. Oh, fantastic. There we go. That is your TV themes for this week. I'm going to call it a draw because I think it was very close, and because obviously someone didn't name the TV show first, strict rules here on Target Radio.
And, said my name.
And I called out the wrong name.
Yes, okay. It's all gone a bit boobs up. Well done, everyone. Do you know, I need a little break. I need to lay down. And I'm going to watch two grown men go and throw themselves on cycles. Do you remember the video for this?
Yeah, I do.
We blame them for the lycra then. And the camel toe. The Style Council there, my ever-changing moods. And you know, it's never been... I've never really heard this one covered by, like, the unsigned realm of bands out there. Then Andrew Deevey just said to me, do you know, the Squad used to do this one. I've never heard the Squad do it, the Serious Cause Squad. So maybe one day when they get the band back together... I'd love to hear this, and obviously in its sort of soulful sort of guise of this. It's actually a very good song. I love this song.
Uh-huh.
But when I first saw it come out, I thought it was my ever-changing mods, but there we go. I missed a no out. Right, before we go home tonight, we've got Andrew Deevey with us, and he's been an absolute brilliant star. So I think he needs one of these. And if you can just stick around in the back garden there, that would be lovely, because obviously we're going to play one more song, and I think they might be needed at the other end of it, don't you think? Right, before we do go into this last song, which is another cover song, and Andy and I apparently are going to be singing... Goodness me, that's our listenership's gone. All our listeners are going to go. They're going to go now, honestly. No, hopefully not. We're just going to ask Andy now, or Andrew, I should say, all about his social media account. So you're on Facebook, is that right, Andrew?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, excellent. And that's Andrew Deevey's page on the Facebook. And will all the links be on there for, obviously, purchasing all of your material?
Yeah, and Twitter as well.
Oh, on the Twitter? That's, we say Twitter here. We like to be posh. Is that Andrew Deevey? Let me find you on there. Yeah, I think I found you on there before.
Andy Deevey.
Andrew Deevey. There we go.
Deevey.
Oh, Andy Deevey. Oh, there we go. It's confused now. It's all confusing now. So you'll find him on social media there. Are you on the Instagram and all of that as well?
I'm now on Instagram. I've been on Instagram for about 6 weeks now.
Okay.
New to it.
I'm new to it as well. I've been on it for about a year and I still don't know how to use it.
I don't use it.
There's a website as well, www.andrewdeevey.co.uk.
Perfect. And I believe that you can actually offer some guitar lessons as well.
Yeah, I do guitar lessons as well.
Brilliant. Any singing lessons for me and Andy?
Take more than a lesson from me.
I'll tell you what, it's going to take a multitude of lessons for us. As you can see over there, I've actually got a guitar myself. Yeah, that is a guitar in there. There is a real one in there. It's been in there since I got it a couple of Christmases ago. I think I took it out 3 times now, and I realised it's got strings on it as well. Wow.
Is it left-handed as well?
No, it's a proper one. It's a right-handed one.
It's a real one. Okay, now what we're going to have now is a real treat for you, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Andrew Deevey playing us out today. Best part of 3 minutes, and we are going to be playing...
Town Called Malice.
Why not? Take it away!
Stop dreaming of the quiet life, 'cause this is the one you'll never know. Quick from the runaway bus, 'cause the rosy days are few.
And
Stop apologising for the things you've never done. 'Cause time is short and life is cruel, and it's up to us to change this town called Malice. Rows and rows of dishes, milk for fun dying in the dairy yard, and 100 lonely housewives were tempting elbows to their hearts, hanging out their old love letters on a line to dry. It's enough to make you stop believing when the tears come fast and furious in a town called Malice. Yeah. Ba 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 ba. Whoa. Ba 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 ba. Whoa. Struggle after struggle, year after year. The atmosphere's a fine blend of ice and I'm almost stone cold dead in the town called Malice. Ooh yeah. Streets believe in Sunday's roast beef gets dashed against the co-op. Trying to cut down beer or kids to give gear, it's a big decision in a town called Malice. Ghost of a steam train echoes down my track. It's a moment bound for nowhere, just going round and round. Program kids and tweaking swings, laugh laughter in the breeze. I could go on for hours and I probably will, but it's sooner for some sound called Malice. Ooh yeah.
I need a cup of tea. Oh, look at that! It's brilliant! Oh, thank you very much indeed. Andrew Deevey, one more time, ladies and gentlemen!
Thank you.
And that is it for us for another week. We'll see you all again next week here on Target Radio. Thanks very much for joining us tonight, and have a great week, whatever you're doing. And keep it tuned here to Target Radio, where we've got, we've basically got shows everywhere in the UK and across in the United States of America. Andy Doran's the other side of this. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Andy.
Bye-bye, Andy.